beautiful. Just doing my quick sound check on me, Mike, and then I'll be with you, Ross. Give me a talkie.
Talkie.
Talkie. Well, Merry Christmas to you, by the way, mate.
Thank you very much.
Have you had a good day?
No.
Got through it, though.
Well, this is the highlight of the day, I think, mate.
This is the final bit.
Yeah, the final countdown.
This is where we get the wine out.
Got it. Yeah, you ready?
Not exactly the sound of a cork, is it? But
I could have done
we're
that.
all right.
Hang on. Yeah, here
Right.
we go.
Okay, do you want to see the thing I got for Christmas? Well, you won't
Thing?
see it, of course, but the viewers now will see it. It looks like, it looks beautiful, mate. It looks like we're in a 1950s gentleman's smoking club.
Well, we've been in a few of them.
We
mate,
have
over the
been a
years,
few.
haven't we?
Well, a very good evening to you, by the way, listeners and viewers as well. Those of you on Twitch and YouTube, I do believe we're streaming to this evening.
Are we?
So, yeah.
All out then?
All out there.
Didn't do it on my show.
No, it didn't do it on your show. And we're only down to one camera as well this evening. So it's going to be a lot of me.
I'm sure
Are
the
you
listeners
happy
and
with
viewers
that?
won't mind that so much.
That's all right.
Honestly, I look like I've been battered with a stick.
So, once again, a very Merry Christmas to you. You've had a wonderful day. What have you been up to? Perhaps your day is not quite over. Perhaps you're wherever you're listening to from around the world. It could be your morning, perhaps, and you've just
Boxing
woken
Day.
up. Could it be Boxing Day as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Can we be that far ahead? Who's ahead of us?
Well, Saudi Arabia, Australia.
America, I guess.
No, America's behind us.
Are they behind us?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes, everybody from that side, isn't it? Onwards, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
East and West they call
Yeah.
it. That
Yeah.
side, this side. yeah.
Yes, of course. East and West.
Very British,
damn
mate,
you
yeah.
compasses. But I've got some presents I'm going to open this evening as well.
That's nice.
Just in case. Well, they're all for me. So
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
got
I
any
get
for
that,
you,
yeah.
by the way.
I didn't see any tags swinging
Well-
around with my name on them.
Well, it was just in case you ever wondered what a 49-year-old fella gets from his mum for Christmas.
yeah,
We're
sure.
going to find out.
Yeah,
Because these are all presents from me mum.
They are presents, so I know cash normally goes in the card, doesn't it? In a little envelope. So
Yes,
if that's cash,
yeah.
that's a
I
lot of cash.
checked the cards. When I was given the presents a couple of weeks ago, that was the first thing I checked was the cards.
Yeah.
So here we are. It's Christmas Day. I hope you've had a great one. Mine's been pretty good. I spent some time with me mum and my sister this morning.
Yeah.
Sister made Christmas dinner. So we had the traditional, roast potatoes, turkey, beef, horseradish, cranberry, carrots, cauliflower cheese, yada yada yada.
Stuffing?
We had stuffing. Yeah, I was quite stuffed come the end. So we had the traditional one. You didn't have the traditional one today.
No, I didn't. No, about 7 or 8 days ago, I went shopping and I bought myself a whole side of salmon because I was on my own today for Christmas lunch.
What own?
Yeah, I was
As
on
in
my own, at home, on my own.
Home alone.
Home alone, yeah.
Home
And I'm not
alone.
looking for any sympathy. This
That
was
sounds a
pre-planned.
great Christmas, mate.
It was pre-planned.
Yeah?
Everything went according to plan.
Yeah.
Ashley went round to his nan's. That's the studio gopher to our right, who's not on camera. He went off to his nan's, and my daughter came round on the morning, drove her back to her mum's, and I thought, right, got the fish out, and got the oven baking tray done, melted some garlic with butter and herbs, put it on the bottom of the tray, put the fish on top of that, and then sprinkled it with some cracked black pepper, some more garlic, a little bit of red wine.
All right, Gordon Ramsay.
In the
All
oven.
right.
All right, Trev.
That's right. It's Trev that does the barbecue show, not you. But yeah, well, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, and that was it. And I made some crusty bread for the juice that was there afterwards, and I ate the whole side of salmon on my own, watching some really crap program on telly.
See, that is one of the benefits about being on your own is you don't have to share.
No,
So
I had
it's
to
all
wash
yours.
up 2 things.
Is that it?
That was it.
That was it.
The whole
What is
thing.
that? A knife and fork?
No, don't use a knife.
Oh, no,
Well,
just
it's salmon. You just
a fork and a plate. Yeah, I guess.
You just scoop the flesh off the skin, which is on the bottom, isn't it? And it was.
So
bloody
traditional
gorgeous.
salmon for you then today.
Well, I don't know if it's a traditional Christmas dish, but I really enjoyed it. It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And like I say, by the time Ash came back, all the washing up had been done. I'd been fed myself, watered, and had the lights on and my feet up, and jobs are good.
And now we start on the wine.
Yeah, well, what have we got this week?
Shall I have a guess? Shall I give
Well,
it a try?
let me help.
So go
You know, before we
it's
came
so
on,
good.
I know. Well, I need some.
on,
as well.
take your wine, mate.
Before,
take your wine.
before
Cheers.
yeah,
Merry
cheers.
Christmas to you, mate.
Yeah. Hang on, ching ching.
Merry Christmas.
That's just to prove
on
that
you.
you're actually
Just-
not chatting to
that's
yourself.
right.
I'm not some kind of
That's
advanced digital AI.
Yeah, we just ain't got your camera. I mean, we the studio got an upgrade, as you can see. We're now
know,
on.
it's
We're
posh,
now.
innit?
You know, you can see it's beautiful.
Pass me the book, please.
They've really done
Sorry,
well. They've really done well for themselves. But unfortunately, we lost one of the cameras, so we're going to have to wait till next week so we can see the rest of the lodge.
On
that
New Year's
they've,
Eve, the big one,
created
isn't
for
it?
us. Of
Hopefully.
course,
We need the two
we're
cameras going
working
in.
New Year's Eve. Yes,
You and I again.
you and I again. Yeah, yeah. That is next Saturday then.
Yes, 9 till
Saturday
1.
night, 9 till 1.
But hopefully this year you'll be in a better
Oh,
place.
so ill last week.
We had-
Last
We
year.
had COVID last year.
Yeah, so ill. I was on my deathbed,
Yeah.
literally, and we got through it, but it wasn't much of a show. I mean,
Well, people did say that. Mind you, people are easily pleased, aren't they?
so most of our listeners would have been so drunk by that point anyway. Anything
Yeah.
would have been good for them.
I wonder what you're going to be like, though, because if you're feeling okay and everything's right with the drink that we got and stuff like that, if you can do nearly 2 litres of jam shed in
I'm
an
not
hour,
doing that again.
4 hours, mate. Yeah,
I'm not
right.
doing that again. It seemed a great idea, although I didn't realise I was drinking so much. It was the next day
Yeah.
and the day after.
Well, I said it's on YouTube now, the video, isn't it? If you type in the Grape and Vape Show, if you want to search it up,
You don't need to.
it's only an hour long.
Don't need to.
It's only an hour long. You can cut
Don't
out the
worry.
bits. But if you go to the beginning, I said it's like
not
Darren's got the magic glass. It cuts, the camera cuts to me, and then when it goes back to you, your glass is suddenly topped up again. And as the show goes on, you're getting lower and lower in your chair, more and more
I had
relaxed.
to obviously watch it because I wasn't going to put out a video of me completely just ruined. But the one thing I did notice is I was just getting shorter
Yeah, I
and
know.
shorter throughout the show.
Slumping down. But I did give you an interesting statistic. So, tell me just once again, when we first broadcast, it was June, wasn't it, of last year?
No, it was April
April
the
of last year.
13th.
So every Sunday I've come round. I mean, for the first sort of 5 or 6 weeks, I was doing a pre-recorded 80s Rewind show.
Yep.
And as you know, then it went live, no difference. Every time I came round, I always brought a bottle of wine because after my show, we'd sit in the
Yep.
in the green room
Yep.
and we'd have a chat and drink wine. And I did some number crunching, mate, and I've sort of been favourable to us. Do you realise that when we drank this bottle, we were probably nearing towards 53 litres of jam shed that we drank? Yeah.
You see, what is most upsetting about that statistic? 53 litres.
That's really being generous as well, because I'm sure it's a lot more than
No,
that.
no. Because I pride myself on saying, I don't drink.
Well,
I don't drink.
I mean, that is
You
over
know?
a period of over a 12-month, isn't it? It's
I
only
guess that's not too bad, is it?
4 Sundays a month.
And now
isn't
it's
it?
Christmas, and you know we've got to drink a few, and you've got to.
Well, it's rude not to, isn't it? I don't know what to do now. So yeah, we're on the jam show. They still haven't got in touch, mate.
Big shout out to Jam Shed, by the way.
Ching ching.
We're still here promoting you
53 litres
here
jam
at
shed.
Christmas. It was funny. I was chatting to my nephew today, and he's not a wine drinker, although over the last year or so he's become a wine drinker.
Yeah.
And we had a glass of red with our dinner, and he said, this. We had a Rioja, which was nice,
Yeah, a bit of a shock to the system.
but he started enjoying it after about the third or fourth mouthful.
You've got to get used to it, haven't you?
That's right. And I said to him, I explained, I said, this is why we have the Jam Shed. It's the very first mouthful. Just tastes so good.
Yeah.
You know, or
And it
sip,
does.
shall I say. And it
Yeah.
does, yeah. So, well done, Jam Shed. We're not promoting you anymore unless we get something back from you.
Yeah, we'll just keep...
An email. Just an email would be fine. I tell you, we will give a shout out to, though, Somerset Vape Company. They are our sponsors.
Sponsors of this show.
You can buy anything that they do online at v4pe.co.uk.
Correct.
Or if you are based in the West Country or Western-super-Mare based, then they've got their own shop,
Yeah.
which is, do you know where it is?
Yeah, near Asda.
Near Asda. If you're anywhere near Asda, just go for the smell of bubble gum or
Google.
something, and you'll find the Somerset Vape Company. They are our kind sponsors of this
They
show.
are. Yeah, we've done really well. Yeah.
We've done extremely well.
And they're doing a promo. I think it's the last one, isn't it? Now, if you order online and use the code XMAS20, you get 20% off whatever it is you order.
Yes, Xmas 20.
This is the last one.
V4P. Order online, 20% off. I went and bought something for about 28 quid, as I told you last week or the week before, and ended up about £22, you know, which is it's good money. You know, it's a good saving. If you mention Apple Radio as well, if you are in there, then I don't know if that means you get anything, but you probably get a special bonus of some sort. It's Christmas, maybe.
Yeah.
If not, that 20% is because of Apple Radio. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, we got the address. Ash, the studio has done it. Is what was it? Unit 5, Warren Park, Warren Road, near the post office collection point.
By the Asda.
The back of Asda. I said back of Asda.
Back of Asda's. You know where it is. Right, that's Somerset Vape out the way. That is the Jam Shed out the way. Let's start on... I want to open up a present.
Yeah, Ash, you want to pass...
Ash, you want to pass me any present you like, apart from that one, because that one there...
It's chocolate, and you want it?
No. This one here, this is the only one I definitely know what it is. Okay. The rest is. Shall
I tell you what Ash bought me for Christmas?
This is a box.
Yeah.
This is a box.
Jigsaw.
It could be chocolates, but it's so heavy that I don't want it to be chocolates because that's going to be a lot of weight on me.
It was quite weighty.
Well, it's close.
All right. Okay.
So what does a 49-year-old fella get from his mum for Christmas?
Cookies.
He gets some cookies.
Fox's Classics.
Love me cookies. So thanks, Mum. I'll do one more now as well because I've got so many.
Yeah. See,
the
the thing is,
the big ones, Ash. I've only got small ones to open.
You know what we said about not plugging Jam Shed anymore?
Yeah.
Ask me what Ash bought me for Christmas.
What did you get for Christmas yourself? You're finding out what I'm getting now.
Ash bought me 3 bottles of Jam Shed.
Well done, Ash.
And
I'm sorry if this is making so much noise over the microphones, but it's exciting stuff.
It's real. This is 3D sound.
This is it. This is the unpacking.
Yeah. Oh, look at that skiing jumper.
Oh, look at that.
Is there a ticket inside for Bristol Airport? Booked?
No, it's a... don't even say the price, which is good. Oh, I like that, mine.
I was going to say, if that didn't have a tag on it, I was going to ask your mum to knit me one like that.
Yeah, no, that is
That is
all right.
nice, isn't
Nice
it?
little black.
Black number.
Little black number, cheeky black number. Yeah. Thank you, Mother.
Yeah. Are they all from your mum?
They're all for me mum.
Oh.
That's the only presents I got this year is from Mum.
I bought you a box of Jam Shed.
You bought me a box of Jam Shed, yeah, but we drunk that and I can't remember it. This I will remember. So I'll put that up there and we'll open another one up in a bit. I'll tell you what this is. I know what this is.
It's a book.
It's a book.
Is it a colouring book?
Well, I'm going to open it last, but I'm going to tell you what it is now, just for the hell of it.
Well,
this is going to be the Viz Christmas album annual
of 2022.
2022-23, the best of Viz.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you don't know Viz, then where have you been? Viz is a cartoon that was going around, or a cartoon comic book that was going around when I was a kid.
Late 80s, I think.
Yeah, it's got to be sort of mid 80s, late 80s.
Yeah.
Can you not do the rattling bit? That'd be lovely.
Shaking the desk.
That's right.
Yeah, all right, Ash. Ash is here as well.
Ash is here as well, by the way. The mid 80s, late 80s, Viz was around as a comic book. I've always read Viz as a comic book.
Yeah.
Before that, it was Buster and Whizzer and Chips and Jackpot, Dandy, Beano, all of that. Ever since I can remember being young, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, is whenever I could read.
Yeah.
Always got an album for Christmas. Mum always bought me an album. It's been, as I say, the Beanos, the Dandies, the Busters, the Jackpots, the Dan Dares, a few Marvel ones as I was growing up. And it seemed to be I got to a certain age where she continued getting me an album, but I wasn't going to be interested in Beano anymore. So she obviously seen that I had just a collection of Viz magazines. Yeah. And now every year I get the Viz annual. Now, if I'm wrong on this one, if I'm wrong...
What was a colouring book?
That's right. It could be just what I owe her in a book.
Oh, yeah. Look at invoice. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, the Viz was good. I liked it.
Loved the Viz. It's still going.
They still do top tips in there.
Still do top tips. Still got the Fex Legs. Still got Roger Melly. Buster Gonad,
Yeah.
yeah, got them all. Still got the classics.
Or Roger Melly, the man on the telly.
So how was your Christmas out there, listeners? If it was all right, if it was okay, you can call us, by the way. We've still got the studio
It's
line,
by
haven't
you,
we?
mate, the studio phone.
07485 776621. That is a number. It's a WhatsApp number, so it's not going to cost you anything. You can send us a message through. You can email if you like. Use mine, why not? Go Darren at appleradio.co.uk. And that'll do us. Oh, and of course, we're on the Mixcloud chat room this evening.
Yeah.
And we've got Poptastic UK in there as well. He read the Viz back in 1989. I'm still reading the Viz now in 2022. Almost 2023.
And do you know what's nice? It's not online. It's still, you can still buy it. Can't
It's still proper paper.
Yeah.
You know. I tell you what I'm looking forward to. Not only the New Year's Eve party next week, if we're okay, I'm looking forward to January 2023.
Yeah, you like January.
I love January, my favourite month. It's I don't know about you, but 2022 hasn't been a good year.
It's been shite.
It's been shy.
Let's
It
be
really
honest.
has.
Well, mind you, number 10 had probably a worse one, didn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, got through a fair few prime ministers this year, didn't we?
I know. See, that wasn't a bad thing.
No. As long as we get through a few more now, that would be nice.
Yeah.
But they reckon 2023, financially wise, they reckon it's going to be worse in 2022.
It can't get any worse for me.
Well,
So-
I feel if there is a recession, which we're in a recession, I feel if we're in a recession, I've nailed the timing. The timing is fantastic for me. Can you not keep knocking the table, please, Ash? Because all I can hear is that.
Yeah. That's an on-air bollocking.
On air. Yeah, that's right. I'll just keep doing it. Now it's Christmas.
Yeah, if you want to get on camera, just go and stand by
Yeah,
your
just come
go
over
and
here,
stand by
Ash, if
Uncle
you want.
Darren.
Come and stand. I mean, technically, this is an over 18s den, as you
Yeah.
can see by the
If
beautiful.
you were wearing green, we'd see less of you. That'd be funny.
That's what we need. We need to get you a green suit.
Yeah, so the glass
Just,
just
have his
float-
little,
yeah,
just his
glass.
little face
No,
there,
just have the
or
glass
just a
floating
glass
across.
floating across. Ideal. We're going to try and find you a
We're gonna-
green suit
A green morph suit
for
that
New
you have
Year's
to
Eve.
wear.
And
Yeah, it's
over
a
the
green
head.
morph
Yeah,
suit.
yeah.
You've got to wear it for a week.
In this room on your own.
Where's Ash?
In
I
the
don't know.
studio. So, are you looking forward to anything next year? Is there anything on the cards for you that you're thinking, oh, God, yeah, I need something like this?
A lottery win.
A lottery win.
So that is going to be the only thing I think, mate, that's going to turn it around. I mean, that's sad saying that, but no, I mean,
Almost missed me mouth then. I think, yeah, that would turn around most people's lives.
yeah,
though, wouldn't
I'm
it? A lottery
trying,
win.
but it ain't happening. They say it could be you, but it ain't.
No,
No,
it's not.
it's not. I know it's
Definitely not me. Definitely not me. I'm going to be my New Year's resolutions, because I always think New Year's resolutions are good to make as long as you don't make them difficult.
Yeah,
know?
well,
So I'm not going to give up drinking, but
that's good.
I'll give up drinking
'Cause
vodka.
We've got the grape and vape show still running for another.
I don't drink vodka. That's one New Year's resolution I'm going to nail.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Easy enough. I'm gonna try and stream a lot more, and and sort of get out there a bit more and
Yeah.
do things.
This is a start.
This is a start. But I'm trying to do two things. First thing I want to do is stay in a lot more and do some streaming. The other thing I need to do is I need to get out a lot more as well. 2022, I found myself being in a lot.
Stream outside.
Stream outside.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Well, this is the other thing, you see, because I've been looking into what can I do? What can a 49-year-old do outside without getting arrested?
Yeah, in Weston.
Well, anywhere really. And I think I've found my perfect new hobby for next year.
You're not going to be a detectorist, are you?
I'm not going to be a detectorist, although
I know.
I would love to be a metal detectorist.
Yeah, and find something.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to be a metal detectorist. When we used to work on the ships, they used to get people come in and do talks, to
Okay.
the, like on stage, and they'll do
Yeah.
talks. Well, they had this guy that came in from the Royal London Museum,
Okay.
and he was in charge of all the things that were found in England. Like all the
Artefacts.
hoards, all the artifacts,
Yeah.
that's right, the gold coins, etc. He told a story, I'll make it very brief, but he told a story about a metal detectorist that went out one day and was spent all day looking for things, found a couple of pence, found a couple of, nails and some screws. And,
Is that his own car keys?
yeah, that's right. And that was it. And on the way back to his car, when he'd given up, is it were not given up or was finished for the day, instead of turning his metal detector off, he left it on. So he was just swinging his arms, as it were, not doing anything, headphones down here, you know.
Yeah.
And then as he sort of swung his arm, he heard this beep, 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 beep. He thought, oh, go on, why not? Let's have a quick look. I found nothing all day. He found this gem, which was about so big. I say a gem, it was like a brooch.
Yeah.
And it ended up being sort of one of these top brooches for the Roman army. So if you were like a legionnaire, you'd have like a brooch.
Holding your
certain
cloak on.
Yeah. But if you were like the, I don't know what it is, like the guy that was in charge of all those legionnaires.
Centurion,
you've got,
the
different
centurion
ranks.
boss.
Yeah, different ranks.
Head
anyway,
centurion.
this was one of the head ranks brooch, worth £2.5 million.
That was a result then,
What
wasn't
a
it?
result, yeah. He was given 1.8 million.
Oh, he was robbed.
He was robbed, I know. But I'd love to be a metal detectorist, but no, I'm not, because again, I always think if you're going to be a detectorist, you've got to spend some money on a metal detector.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a vast difference in price range.
I don't want to go out metal detecting with, say, a cheap metal detector, and in my mind, all I'm going to be thinking is there's probably loads underneath here, but my rubbish metal detector isn't telling me.
Yeah.
You know, so I found a cheaper hobby, which I think a 49-year-old fella can do.
Go on.
I'm going to try urban exploring.
Okay. And where are you going to explore first?
Well-
Look, you're going to start from where you are now and work your way
Well,
out?
yeah, I mean, there's lots of places around the area which, you know, you can do local, but you can also go further afield. And anyway, urban exploring is basically exploring abandoned or old buildings.
Okay.
Or locked up, you know, just... there is an element of trespassing that could be perceived as illegal, maybe.
Yeah, well,
But
that's the gamble you've got to take. That's the adrenaline.
That's the adrenaline. That's
Yeah.
right. And the way I see it is, I'm 49. I'm not going to be running away from anything. So if I am going to get caught, at least I'm going to get caught somewhere where I can walk.
Get your Apple Radio press badge out. Do a research for a
Yeah,
show.
do research. That's right. But urban exploring, if there's anybody out there that's into urban exploring, let me know, because I'd love to know some places where I can go around the England and the West Country. I mean, there's some beautiful places up in Bristol. A few years ago, I guess it was urban exploring. We used to go to Barragurney,
Oh, right, yeah. The old,
which was the old mental
yeah,
hospital.
yeah.
And that's obviously been knocked down now entirely, and it's, I think they've built houses or a housing estate on it. But before it was knocked down, that sort of year before that was just amazing. You go to these old buildings, and there was a local graffiti artist as well that would do a lot of
Yeah, I've
spraying
seen
on the
that, yeah.
buildings as well. And it's just amazing. It's just a really interesting sort of day out, I think, because I don't like walking. But I
Get a
don't
buggy.
mind, but I don't mind walking to get somewhere. You know, when people say, well, just go out for a walk and look around. I can't be doing with that. I got better things to do in my life
Yeah.
than just going out for a walk. But if I was walking around an old building, you know,
You'd have to watch where you were walking as well,
yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah, absolutely. But I think I can take the camera along with me as well, and you know, film what's going on. And
You know you'll be doing this on your own, don't you? 'Cause I ain't sold me.
no, I wasn't expecting you to, but it won't be on my own. So I spoke to a few people about this, and they're all, well, a few of them are up for it. So it's a big thing, apparently. You know, it's not.
Just walking around.
Yeah, just walking around abandoned buildings. I know it sounds a bit nerdy, but I think it's kind of cool. You know, an old basement.
But it is cheap, I'll give you that.
It is cheap, that's right. And if we get caught, what's the worst that can happen? We got like 3 bed and breakfast for a night, 2 nights.
Not in
At her,
Western, no.
at her
no.
Majesty's, surely.
His Majesty.
Or His Majesty.
Yeah.
Did you see the King's speech
Well,
today?
I thought it was rubbish, mate.
Did you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, I did because it happened to be on. It wasn't planned for me to watch it. I can't remember. There was something that was on. I'd had me fish or whatever it was, me dinner, and I'd watched it. I sat back in the chair, and it was ding dong 3 o'clock, and it's now King Charles the Third or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And and he was.
had a city.
I did say on my show actually. You know,
Harry, you bastard.
It was, he was very nice. He was saying he understands how difficult it is for people in the present climate with heating and eating, and you know we are in his thoughts. So I thought that was nice.
We're not in any of his palaces, though, are we?
No. So,
You know?
and then there was like, they were going back to the Queen with video, going back when she was walking about and stuff
She
like
was
that.
alive.
Yeah. And nothing was said about
Or when
Harry.
she was on this planet.
Yeah,
you
nothing
believe
was said.
some
Yeah,
people.
nothing was said about Harry and Meghan. I thought it was something in nothing.
Really?
Yeah, he did it from where his mother was laid to rest in. Is it St Nicholas Chapel in Windsor or something like that? Yeah, this is where mum and dad are, mama, papa, well, actually, just watch the news tomorrow, mate, and I'll say about it. But
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
I just thought I didn't really get any form of message out of it, to be honest with you.
No?
Well, I probably stopped listening when they started. It's like the Nick Clegg and what's his David Cameron. We're in this together, when they
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
And they interviewed Nick Clegg.
Yeah.
He was in Switzerland outside of his family-owned 2.6 million Swiss ski lodge, saying
We're in it together. That's
We
right.
are in it together. Well, they're in it.
I mean,
together.
my family had to sell their ski lodge, obviously, and I'm sure your family.
Well, to
still
buy all
got
these
their
Christmas
ski
presents.
lodges. That's right.
Yeah, so they're in it together, aren't they? So I think the minute he started saying about these are difficult times, and I do feel for you, and all, I thought this is a guy that's worth billions.
Yeah, billions.
and billions of pounds. And
Yeah.
we're in different worlds.
Yeah.
So
Got to be probably one of the richest people on the planet.
yeah, but he was very thankful for the emergency services, the nurses, and the police. They do a difficult job, and everything like that. And
Did he say he's supporting our nurses going on strike?
I didn't catch that bit because I think I started switching off at the point where he felt sorry. Well, yeah, that was it. You're poor, you're cold, you don't know where to heat or eat.
Yeah.
And
we're not opening up any of our palaces.
And I do feel for you. And I thought from that point on,
That you, the taxpayer, pays a lot of money for.
yeah. I thought it was very low key. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube. I mean, you might share this. I didn't make a point of watching it because I've as you know from a previous show, absolutely no point. But talking about the royals, I did mention to you before we could Prince Andrew the musical.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I've got to look into this to make sure it is but I think it is who I said it was doing.
Yeah, check on it. But
Yeah.
it's being the trailer for it's being played on the mainstream telly.
Yeah.
Prince Andrew. I'm thinking, really, seriously?
Wow.
I mean, it's a borderline spitting image, stroke the fast show, mash sort of delivery on it. So it is got comedic, but is it appropriate?
A lot of Michael Jackson songs.
Maybe. I mean, it was a short trailer, but I was thinking, is it appropriate? Do people really want this?
I mean, if it is done as a parody, I'm sure it's got to be because there's no Prince Andrew fans out there, surely.
Well, Charlie apparently is told him to move out. But
Yeah.
and don't know
So
where.
he should.
Yeah, I don't know, but move
Well,
out from where?
he
Maybe
probably
somewhere
knows,
bigger.
He probably knows a nice little island that's not being used at the moment.
The Blame Bath.
Got a lot of blue tape around it.
Yeah.
Old Epstein's place.
Done it just.
Yeah.
So we got to be upbeat on this show because it's Christmas
This
Day.
is upbeat.
Yeah, it
This
is actually.
upbeat.
We're all right.
Oh, yeah, we're doing okay.
You could open that book that you think
No,
is the best.
I've got another couple of. I was going to say toys then, but they could be toys. They could be toys.
Was it
So
like from
innocent.
30 to 49-year-olds?
This one isn't mine.
That's for the cats.
That is for one of the cats. That is for Pip.
Yeah, it's it. Well, that is. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that one for Pip.
That's what. Oh, yeah. Was,
And
you you might have to own it for the cat, then, mate.
No, if I just sort of like chuck it down on the floor, if it's smelly enough, they'll rip it open themselves.
that explains
but
the
this
cheese,
is.
That's interesting.
I'll tell you, it looks like a packet of fags and a lighter.
Get it home.
I bloody hope
Get it.
so.
Cigars.
But it's not. It's
Medication. Is that
Is it
medication?
Nivea post shave balm, instant relief.
Oh, okay.
We all need a little bit of instant relief and some moisturising lip balm. What's my mum trying to say?
Well, when you go out doing your urban walking, if you go anywhere cold, do you want to get chapped lips, mate?
That's very good. Very good. Well done, Mum. She knew what was going on. And I'll open one more small one. Cause
How many have you got?
I think I've only got one more, actually. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. This is it. Well, this is exciting stuff. I'm loving this. Oh. I guess in a pair of black jeans.
Black jeans.
Pair of slim fit. Waist 24. That can't be right.
Are they for you, Ash?
What's that saying?
34.
34. Jesus, I was just going to say, Mum. I mean, I'll thank you and everything, but I'm never going to get into 24.
Don't
So there we go. And then I've got a book which I'm going to prove before at the end that it's going to be a Viz annual. If I know me mum, it better be now. Well, she wouldn't. If it isn't, something very, very weird's going on.
Do you know what I used to get? I used to buy it for myself. Nobody ever bought it for me. But I was just getting myself. I was always fascinated with the Guinness Book of Records. Remember when that used to come out?
Yeah.
And I had about 7 or 8 of them, and I thought and I was going through it, and I was reading because the layout is the same, alphabetical, and, who had the biggest weight, the longest, and all that sort of thing. And reading it, thinking, well, the record hadn't been broken, so really all they're doing is printing the same thing in a different cover. That's not a bad gig, is it? Really,
brilliant gig. And apparently, you've got to pay to be in the Guinness Book of Records.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, good job. We're not going to smash any records then.
It doesn't cost. It doesn't cost. It doesn't cost any. Sorry, it costs money for you to actually put your name into it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you got to pay Guinness. They're on a proper screw, those Guinness boys.
So
Not
there's
only is it
people
on the beer and everything like that. It's like, oh, I've broken a record. That's brilliant. You owe us 500 quid. We'll put it in our book.
If you want the world to know that you're a record breaker,
Yeah.
why hasn't anybody set up a competition then to the record
Like a
breakers?
Tennant's Super.
Yeah.
Tenant Super Book of Records.
Mate, that would
That's
be
not
really...
a bad idea.
Yeah. What do you mean you could jump over this building
It's
and not
right.
break your legs?
The world record breaking projectile vomiting.
Yeah, and you just put it in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And anybody is daft enough to want to say, I could beat that. They could do that, yeah. Yeah, why isn't there a competition for that? There should be. Why have they got the thing on it? Have they patented it? It's...
Well, I think they've got the name Guinness, but I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if it is to do with Guinness, the old black stuff that you drink.
See, that's where research does... We didn't know we were going to be talking about this, did we?
Well, if you notice, the studio is almost set up now, and when it is, we've got a third workstation, which is with a computer on.
Fact finding.
And that's right, we've got a fact finder as well now.
Yeah, it's an hour though, so... But yeah, I mean, if it's using the name Guinness...
So that fire is... Oh, that fire is... I'm really feeling it. It's really coming off.
I'm in the corner. I've been a naughty boy.
That's
No camera for me.
no camera for you. But yeah, it's warm.
They
Even
must be
warmer.
associated with it for it to have their name, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. But then other things have got the same names and they're totally different, aren't they?
Red Bull Soapbox.
Well, that's Red Bull, though.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Okay.
Red Bull. It's all Red Bull there. But you're thinking like, the old one, you had Granada TVs and Granada cars and Granada televisions, and but Granada was Ford actually, the car, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
Granada TVs and Granada Television were two completely separate companies.
Okay.
So maybe Guinness Book of Records, Guinness to drink. Is there any other kind of Guinness?
Alec Guinness.
We've got a fact finder. Tell us, Hatch.
They're no longer officially linked after 2001.
But so they were then.
They were until 2001.
Yeah, well, that was 22 years ago, so something happened. That's
Yeah.
probably what they're charging now, then.
Yeah,
Wonder why Guinness pulled out. Perhaps they just had a good run for their money, didn't they?
yeah, yeah.
But I wasn't aware of that. It cost a fortune, doesn't it? If you're going to be like...
I mean, it's great advertising for Guinness now. Then for the last 20 odd years.
Maybe they're going to sponsor the World's Strongest Man tournament. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Guinness. The Guinness World's Strongest Man competition.
Yeah,
Iron.
yeah. Iron,
Guinness.
Guinness.
Yeah. So
We got who's got the? Oh, we've got Poptastic in the chat room. He's got the Beatles Revolver box set. I'm guessing that's for Christmas.
I don't... Well, maybe.
And
Bit late.
I was just going to say, it's I don't think Lennon wants anything to do with
No.
the old Revolver, does he? And the longest radio show record. I don't know if that's Poptastic.
Well, a 12-inch
It's
record?
got it, or
Or
I don't know. I mean, can you imagine doing the longest radio show record? I couldn't.
I just done it, mate.
Oh, mate,
7 till 9.
That's,
8 years
I mean,
ago,
we're doing New Year's Eve 4 hours. That's enough for any man.
Yeah.
4 hours on a radio. When I used to work at morning show, I used to have to do 5 hours, but I never done 5 hours. You know,
The first 2 hours pre-recorded.
Yeah, well, first hour I never turned up. It was too early.
Get in and take
It's
over from
breakfast.
yourself.
It's breakfast, well, Arky. What time do you think I have breakfast?
Yeah, well, the longest radio show record. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Poptastic means by that. Is it like the same broadcaster?
I'm presuming so.
or the record that you actually play? The longest record.
No, radio show.
Oh yeah, the longest radio show record.
Yeah.
183 hours.
183 hours.
Yeah.
How long is that in days? That's like.
A week is 168.
So there you go.
So it's over a week.
Yeah. For
Nice.
comic relief.
Comic relief.
Yeah, it's for comic relief.
Jesus, there's no relief there. Who was it? We'll give him a mention, might as well.
An Italian DJ called Chris.
Oh, sod him. No, we don't know him. We don't know him. He's Italian.
An Italian DJ called Chris.
On the 11th of March 2011.
11th of March 2011. Right now.
On what station? Because if it's comic relief,
Well,
you'd think it was
BBC
United
Report.
Kingdom.
BBC written a report, but doesn't say much.
Okay, so Poptastic's record is 5 hours plus 2 after my 3-hour shows that killed me. You should stop doing those shows that kill him.
Yeah, well, no good.
Yeah, they're no
We
good
got,
at
mind
all.
you, Apple Radio, we've got an accident book.
We have. So over the next couple of days then, is anything going on? Does anything supposed to go on between now and...
Well, tomorrow's Boxing Day.
And what happens traditionally Boxing Day?
People go around in other people's houses and out eat the cold meat, which is technically the leftover crap from Christmas Day, isn't it?
Well, I took all the leftover crap from Christmas Day from my sister today.
Oh, right, okay.
So I don't need
You're
to
right,
go
then.
around there tomorrow.
So,
I've got loads to
what
eat.
time are you in?
That's right. But is there any supposed to be going? Is there, what do people do in that week between Christmas?
Mate,
and,
it's
are
retail.
you back to work? Do
No,
you-
no, I'm off.
You're off till
January the 3rd.
January the
Or
3rd.
4th, yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah,
That's
so
lovely.
me and those 6 litres of jam shed and me 5 bottles of Jack Daniels, mate, are going to have a bit of a meeting.
Yeah, damn right. Damn right.
I'm going to get through it.
My new year starts January the 2nd. It's like any of my resolutions I've got. All of those can wait till January the 2nd.
Yeah.
You know, January the 1st, you need to just relax, indulge, take a deep breath, you know, and settle into the
Yeah.
year. That's right. Tentatively put that toe into 2023 and
Yeah,
go, no,
I think a lot of it's retail now, isn't it? People diving back into the shops again because tomorrow it's almost business as normal.
Well, I can't believe DFS,
Oh, the
the
dodgy
sofas.
the dodgy
I can't
furniture.
believe they're not having a
You
sale.
know what that stands for, don't you? DFS.
What's that?
Dodgy furniture shop.
Well, I can't believe they're not having a bloody sale on this year. I haven't
they
seen
not?
it.
It's SES, isn't it?
Is it SCS
Yeah.
now, is it?
Everything must go.
I mean, why is it the moment people, like Christmas is over with, people need to get this urge to buy a sofa?
Because they don't do prices like it through the rest of the year. That's what it is.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So what? So a sofa being something that you technically don't need to buy every week or every month or even, in fact, every year.
Every 4 or 5 years.
So are we saying that then the sofa place is like uber busy in January and then that's it? They close until
That's why they have sales every month.
it is every month.
Yeah, it's relentless. Yeah, well, that's their way of doing business, and people go for it, don't they? You know, as if you watch the jewelry channel, you know, they're selling these Apatra, the things that do your face and all that. I mean, it reduced from
Don't know, mate. I'm not watching anything like that.
£9,990 reduced to £600. You know, 8,000 something pounds off.
Cool, that sounds good. Where'd I get
Yeah,
that from?
yeah. Well, you order something, mate, on the jewelry channel. See if you
Sounds
could
good.
sell them for
Yeah,
double
but
the money.
9,000 odd
I
quid
know.
down to 600 quid. Who wouldn't buy that?
But they're putting up, you know, so say that people
Get it on eBay for £5,000,
Yeah,
surely.
we've only got 5 left, you know. And, welcome these people that, you know, welcome Bert in Bristol. You've just bought yourself this eyelining stuff, you know. Well done, Bert. You know, well done. You've made a great purchase. And that's nonsense. And you think, you know, it's clever. It's clever, but people do buy this stuff.
Yeah, I think the greatest marketing ones is those ones get them while they're still here.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't say that doesn't tell you anything, but it does make you go, oh, what? They might not be here.
Yeah, that's it.
Get them sold.
We can only do these prices once, but tomorrow they'll be £10 more expensive. Yeah, I mean, it's all clever crap, but people do fall for it. The same as people order out some of these magazines that fall through the front door, the Chums magazine and stuff like that.
I mean,
you
we've
know.
got Black Friday that happens as well now in
Well,
November,
but
doesn't
it's
it?
not
And that's
Black
an American
Friday.
thing.
It's not Black Friday now. You remember going back 5 years ago, people were beating each other up to get through shop doors, and security were there because it was Black Friday.
Yeah.
Now it's pre-Black Friday deals, Black Friday deals, extended Black Friday.
Post Black Friday.
Yeah, and it goes on for like 2 weeks. Black Friday prices. So it was killed the crushing at the doorways.
Grey Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, they're all everywhere struggling, aren't they?
Yep.
You know, if you've got
Well, considering everyone is struggling, it is everything I still see is just consumerism.
yeah, well, it's gotta be.
Everything, you know, it's like 1 minute we're being told that you can't afford electric because we're whacking the prices up. But here's a new sofa to buy, and here's something else to buy. I know the world's got to go on, and I know there's people that haven't got money issues as such. But I just find it just all weird. It's like we keep hearing energy crisis and crises and things. There's no crises from what I see. I just think people are being screwed, and we're being told it's a crisis.
You know, like last week you said, I had one of those moments of genius. I did have another one as well, and I'll share it with you because it's what we're talking about. And we spend all this money having this heating systems put into properties, like this metal thing stuck on a wall called a radiator.
Yeah.
And you sit in your chairs hoping that the room warms up. Why don't you get a chair that you plug in that warms up? You've got heated seats in a car. Why don't you heat the very thing that you're sat on as opposed to heating the wall that's cold with the radiator on it?
That's not a bad idea. But then there's a lot to be said that if you don't put the heating on, your house will fall down. You need to dry an house out, don't you? Yeah, apparently so. Well, I'm not saying fall down necessarily. I mean, they're not that dodgy, but you've got to put a little bit of heat into your house, haven't you, to sort of get the damp out of it.
But you think about it now, you get like heated car seats, you get heated blankets for your bed, and it's nice, you get into it.
It sounds similar to my idea I had a few years ago, carpet slippers. They were just slippers with a nice plush carpet stuck on the bottom.
Yeah.
The size of your feet.
What, and just have no carpet in your property?
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
you know what I mean? No carpet in your property, just a nice plush bit of carpet on your slippers. And when you're on them, everywhere you walk, you're going to be walking in lovely comfy slippers on a lovely plush carpet.
Unless you like laminate flooring, of course.
Well, even if you like laminate flooring, you can always stick your slippers on when you want to change for the day. Having like, do you know what? I fancy a little bit of spongy carpetness today.
Yeah. Lino for the kitchen.
Yeah.
So from room to room, you'd be sliding into different footprints.
Genius idea, I think.
It'd be expensive, though, wouldn't it?
Well, it's just out there. I mean, I'll let you guys have that. Take it. Run with it.
Let's know how you get on.
That's right. I hope to see it for sale in the January sales.
I'm looking forward to Dragon's Den.
Or at least on Granada TV and Granada TV Rental were the same company until Radio Rentals bought the side out. Ditto Roadside Cafe on the M4, etc. I agree with that, but there was Granada TV Rental. I don't know. Okay, maybe. I thought Granada TV were totally different because they went to court to argue about the name Granada.
I can remember the commercial. Great service, great sets. That's what you will always get from Granada.
Amazing when you just mentioned the radio rentals as well. I mean, nobody rents stuff anymore, do they?
You can rent washing machines, can't you? And kitchen appliances like tumble dryers and fridge freezers and cookers. And the deal is, of course, it's always going to be working. You don't have to take out any insurances. And was it like Bright House? That was that chain of stores. It was open up. But financially, you'd be better off buying a machine because when they broke it down, how much you would be paying was way like.
It's like paying for a machine, the purchase of it, and then just an extortionate sort of
2.5 times what it was actually worth.
Yeah.
So it's a fine balance to strike in it. I don't know.
Yeah. Talk about strike. Nurses have been on strike.
Yeah, good for them.
Post been on strike. Well, you're not up for the Post now.
I said to you on the show the other week, what they all do is all the junk mail, because they push great big trolleys around now, because the Royal Mail makes a huge amount of money out of doing leaflet distribution for big organisations like Domino's Pizza and double glazing companies and magazine companies and flyers for this and flyers for that. Don't deliver those. Deliver the post that's actually to somebody named at the address. So they're going to get their Christmas cards. They're going to get their hospital appointment letters. They're going to get their rebates. They're going to get their, so...
Poor old Mr. and Mrs. Occupier, though.
Well, yeah. But it's true, isn't it?
Struggle.
I said to you about the train strikes when it was in Holland, I think it was. I told you what they didn't strike. What they did,
that was genius.
They ran the trains on time. Everybody turned up for work, but they threw the gates open and nobody paid to travel. So it hit the shareholders and the people in the pockets. They realised they were losing money. So they're losing money by striking in this country because there's nobody's paying for any. So they're losing millions and millions.
Yeah,
of
I
pounds.
get it.
It would be better to let people travel. I think the general public would be more supportive of the postal people and the train strikes if they continue to do their job, but change
There's
the
possibly
way that they do
there's
it.
possibly a clause in that though that if you strike, you can't technically get sacked. But if you allow people on for free, then you're breaking, your
But
job
then you could
title.
always strike if any of your colleagues were sacked as a result of the action. Because the public, I would support that. I would say, well, the train driver's still turning up to do his job, and people are still getting to work and still being able to visit families and things like that. You're itching to open that, mate,
I'm
aren't
opening it now, mate. I'm
you? Go on.
doing it.
This is the grand unveiling.
This is
Are you
it.
doing this time relevant? You are, aren't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, we've got about 10 minutes left. Now, if this isn't what I said it's going to be, which is the Viz magazine, A, I'm going to be gutted, and B, my mum's not my mum.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
There's going to be doctors.
I hope it's not a
you know.
colouring book. Da, 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 da.
Da, da, da,
It is
da.
the Viz magazine 2023.
And this annual is the Zookeeper's Boot.
Okay,
One of my favourite ones was the Otter's Pocket,
okay.
which they've done a couple of years ago, and the Policeman's Helmet was another great.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is my this is my annual, and it's a good thick.
I was going to say, you've got
it's a
some,
good old
that's a
annual,
nice
eh?
little present, that, isn't it?
It's a lovely present. How much should they flog these out for?
Well, yeah, you can-
$12.99.
Oh, she loves you.
See, you can't rub that off.
No,
There's no sticker there.
you've got black jeans, black jumper, and a Viz manual, and some balm, isn't it?
There you go, young man.
Go and read it.
Go and have a read. Go and have a read. That'll change your entire world view. That will. That's where I get all my world politics, my views, my everything from that. No, it's not the Beano. No. This is the
Do
Viz.
you know what I did once as well?
Go
Going
on.
back years ago as a kid.
Thanks, Mum. By the way.
Yeah, well done. Cheers.
Merry Christmas to
Yeah.
you. See, that's what a 49-year-old gets for Christmas. A Viz magazine and some lip balm and some moisturiser.
You're
Good
gonna
job
look
it
like-
won a Borno.
You're like the black magic man, mate. I tell you. With your black jumper and your black jeans. Yeah, what I did is I converted over to what was called the Whizzer and Chips. That was the
Yep.
comic.
Yep.
And they used to have kids, the page where kids wrote in, and you could write in jokes, and if they published them, they would pay you.
Yep.
So what I was doing, there was another comic, and I was getting it, and I was copying the jokes out of that, writing it down, and sending it off to the Whizzer and Chips.
Okay, yeah.
And they
Any hits?
Yeah.
You got a
About
win,
3
yeah?
times they published my jokes that I'd taken from another comic. Plagiarism, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought, well, it worked.
I won a Dennis the Menace competition.
Yeah.
It was you had to draw a picture of Dennis the Menace doing whatever you wanted to do.
Etch a sketch.
No, I actually just traced a picture of Dennis the Menace from the comic
Yeah.
and then sent that in, and I won. I won a
Ta-da!
competition. Ta-da! I got a Nasher badge.
Ooh.
Remember Nasher the dog?
Yeah, yeah.
And this was a badge so round, and all around it was all fur.
Wow.
Pretty special that was,
Yeah,
mate.
mate, I'll tell
It's the
you.
only guy I knew that had a Nasher badge.
Yeah. And then how did you get that?
It's because I won it.
Yeah, but we told them because of your
'Cause of
expertise in
because of
freehand
my
drawing.
autistic skills. I won it. I didn't tell him how. But
Yeah.
yeah, well, I just thought this is too easy. But of course, I never ever won any other one through that.
That's probably what it is, mate. The
Well,
luck.
when you learn that little trick when you're young, you do use it quite a lot until the
Yeah.
point where it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and that is like when people like compo people, innit? They go into massive amounts of competitions.
Yeah.
Endless. I think there's websites, isn't there now?
Yeah.
Like competition websites, and you can enter, and the prizes are. I mean, I keep doing that one for the gadget show, thinking you never know.
Yeah.
It's like 200 grand's worth of
Oh,
kit.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, most of it I
Half
wouldn't
of
want.
that entire episode is them telling you the prizes of the competition.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I can't help but enter because I think I got more chance of that than the lottery.
Hell yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm thinking, and I would sell most of it because most of it I wouldn't even know how
you
to
would.
use.
Of course you would.
And I ain't got the room for it.
Of course you would. I can't see you on an electric scooter anymore, mate.
with your 92-inch
Or a
telly.
skateboard.
Yeah.
That's right. And your 92-inch TV with your Xbox, your PlayStation, your Wii, your every other games
Apple
console.
14,
that's
whatever
out
it is,
there. I know. Crazy prizes they are. Crazy
yeah.
prizes.
But yeah, I mean, it works.
I always wanted to win a bike. Every week in Buster, they were giving away like a rally sort of like grifter,
right,
but it was those ones where they spec'd up, so it was like a computer on the front. They like a little computer,
okay.
and they got lights built in, and
Press
they
a
got all
button
these
and the
things.
sirens. And...
Yeah, all of that stuff. And
Yeah.
every week that competition was up for grabs. Every week I went for it. Not tracing Dennis Jimenez, you know. And never even got a
I'm
sniff.
surprised they didn't offer you a job, mate. I mean,
That's right.
the bloke that drew Dennis and then started getting shaky hands, they got the perfect replacement for him.
Got this 8-year-old here who's a bloody genius.
Oh, mate. Yeah, it was. You're testing your luck, aren't you? So, was it Pete? Was he said, I won some indie CDs in 1995 in the Western Daily Press. I think because he was the only one that applied. Yeah, well, it's indie music, isn't it?
I once won Spot the Ball.
Did you?
Yeah, Spot the Ball. Well, I'd say I didn't win.
Were you
I
closest?
Well, I wasn't closest.
Oh, right, okay.
It used to cost on the Evening Post back then in the day.
Yeah, that's the one I did.
Yeah. It used to cost something like £1.30 for like 500 crosses or something like that.
Did you do it by pen as well?
I had to do it. Yeah. Because people buy stickers, don't they?
Stamps. You get a stamp.
Yeah, I've done it by hand every week for weeks and weeks and weeks. And we used to be with the Evening Post. You could give your money and the coupon to the paper boy or
Newsagent,
the newsagent or anything. And every single week I paid my £1.30, and I only had I got given £1 pocket money back then a week. That was it.
So you saved up.
So, well, no, what it was, in the end, I used to ask my dad if he'd lend me 30p. When my dad realised what it was, he'd give me the £1, and then I paid the 30p.
Okay.
So, but every week, regardless, done it for about 3, 4, 5 months, and then I got a win.
Okay.
I wasn't the closest, but I was one of them.
Yeah.
£4.80.
Hey, that's not bad, is
£4.80, and then I gave up then.
it? Yeah, quit while you're ahead.
Well, I just went £1.30 a week. Well, all right, it was only costing me 30p a week, but that's a lot of money to a sort of 10,
It
11-year-old. You know?
Yeah. Do you realise, this is interesting, you might have to check this online, but I'm going to say, in fact, maybe Pete can do it before we close the show.
Pete, do it before we close the show.
The Spot the Ball that we know, you know, the ones that the pools collectors used to do.
Yeah.
Used to get
Yeah.
you go into the newsagents again to get this one.
Yeah.
It's still running, and the main prize has not been won for more than 15 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that may be an underestimate on my part.
Wow. Well, that's got to be worth some money now,
No,
surely.
because it's not a rollover thing, is it?
Is it not?
No.
Oh,
So
man.
think of the money.
Well, that's what it is, and nobody's entered it for
Yeah.
15 years.
Maybe they were playing in fog or something, and nobody's got a bloody clue where the ball is
Nobody
anyway.
knows where the ball.
Some guy in the crowd's got it. You're not having it back. Who's got it? But that, I believe that is correct. Spot the Ball is still running. You can still do it. And you can still get it from the newsagents if you ask for the Spot the Ball thing. But the main jackpot prize, there's been no outright winner of it for more than 15 years.
Wow.
We haven't played the commercial, you know that,
No,
don't you?
well, I couldn't do it now, shall we? Because they're called air credits.
I'll do it then.
So
That's posh.
Happiness is when you finally stop smoking and enjoy vaping, having been given the very best advice there is from Somerset Vape, a family-run independent business based in Weston Supermare with an online shop. Just search for Somerset Vape or v4pe.co.uk.
Is it not?
there you go. It's a bit of special effects going on there with all the look. Check out this, yeah. Look at Jesus, I feel like I'm in hell.
You are, mate.
So yeah, Poptastic UKP in our chat room. 2004 was the last big payout.
yeah.
So you're not wrong. You're talking 16, 17 years ago.
So does that inspire you? If you're in the newsagent thing, I'll have a go at Spot the Ball.
God, yeah, you'd at least be there with your stamp, wouldn't you? And I
Yeah.
mean, how close have you got to be then that
It's done
people.
by, it's supposed to be done by a computer and it scans it, but surely in what? How many years is that? 2004. That's nearly 19 years.
Yeah.
Nobody's actually got it bang on. And those stamps are the small crosses, because if you do it by pen and shaky hand,
Yeah.
first of all, you've got to make sure you do the right amount. But it's like, really? You nearly had a mouthful of drink now, mate.
I did.
Nearly.
I did.
What happened? I seen the look of
No,
panic.
I just looked at the time and we've got like a minute to go,
Have
so I
we?
thought I'm going to play out the outro music as well
Do it,
whilst
mate.
we talk. you
Yeah,
know.
ching ching.
Cheers, yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Merry Christmas, everyone. Don't forget, we're back here next Saturday. It's the 4-hour extravaganza.
That's what it's called.
Very simple. Extravaganza sounds good. 4 hours is a bit that scares me.
Extended grape and vape, really.
That's right. It's pretty similar to what we're doing this evening, apart from probably a few more bottles. So, yeah, if you've got nothing else to do, and I mean nothing else to do, join us next week. Or this week, this Saturday.
Yeah.
Coming up. Well, that's it from us.
Yeah, well, I've enjoyed myself. Have a great Christmas, a Boxing Day. If you're not working, enjoy your time off from work. And I'll see you on New Year's Eve, mate.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Merry
Ta-ra then.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We'll see you on New Year's Eve. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
So yeah, that's almost it, mate. Just 30 seconds play out.
I've mixed loud.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, Mixcloud is still with us.
Oh, that's
Sorry, no, Twitch are probably still with us.
Yeah, I said it didn't make it to YouTube.
Yeah, it didn't make it to YouTube this week.
Gremlins. That's all right, we're on one of them.
We'll see what happens next week.
Easter. Well, we've done it. We never had no crackers, mate, doing that.
I ate nothing. Well, I had
I
camera
haven't.
on me 100%.
Yeah. Didn't get a chance to do it.
I'll show you what our background's been all day, all night. Don't I?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, that's where it done it. It's great, isn't it?
It's the opposite side, isn't it? So when you put your hand out,
Yeah.
it's always opposite.
Oh, lovely.
But to me, that's right.
See you soon, guys. Good night and Merry Christmas once again.
Did you get the message saying that you weren't on YouTube?